Wow, wasn't that something? You know, as president of this marvelous Fredericksburg Bible Institute and Seminary, and on behalf of our board members who are here, our professors who are here, our deans who are also professors, and our staff, I'd like to congratulate you, our new graduates. Amen. I'd like to feel that our work is done, and we are so pleased to have been able to serve you. I also have a responsibility to provide encouragement and some instruction, so I'd like to do that. Here is a biblical instruction. Do not conform any longer to the pattern of this world, but be transformed by the renewing of your mind. Then you will be able to test and approve what God's will is, His good, pleasing, and perfect will. Phoebus is in the mind renewal business. Our goal is twofold: to equip you with knowledge and to instruct you on how best to use that knowledge, to instruct you on how to test what you hear in order that you might be transformed in the image of Christ rather than the image of man. Such instruction is called systematic theology. The systematic theology you have learned at Phoebus, especially if you've taken one of my classes, is the means by which you reach an understanding of your faith. Now, have any of you put together a piece of furniture that comes as a kit in a big box? Knowledge is imparted to you by a picture of the finished product. Instructions are provided on how to assemble your kit using the tools and parts provided. But knowledge and instruction are often not sufficient. I can personally attest to yes, I can, to numerous assembly failures that required that I take the item apart and start over. Not because the knowledge of what the final product should look like was wrong, or the instructions were incorrect. Oh no, my failure was because I didn't heed the instructions. I used the long bolts and lock washers when I needed the short bolts and flat washers. So later, when I needed the long bolts and lock washers, I didn't have them, and assembly was stalled. I had to take the item apart and start over. My failure to follow the instructions was not wise and came with a penalty. So, here you are, new graduates. Phoebus has provided you with knowledge and instruction regarding how to use that knowledge. It is your responsibility to be wise, to follow the instructions. It is not enough to know. You must also be wise. A lost and dying world is not counting on and cares not a whit what you know about Christ. The lost and dying world are counting on you to be as Christ to them. to wisely follow his instructions to love them as yourself. James had this to say about wisdom. If any of you lacks wisdom, let him ask God, and it will be given to him. James went on to say, do not merely listen to the word and so deceive yourselves. Do what it says. Follow the instructions. We at Phoebus are the equippers. You are the doers. Be wise, new graduates. A lost and dying world is counting on you to be as Christ to them, to love them as yourself. You have come to know Christ and all he did for us. Now, go and do likewise. Thank you.